Coach, all the rest of the season sold out. You know, just talk about the importance now of protecting the home court. You're going to have the environment that will help.
Definitely, the environment will help. You know, I think the crowds have been great all year long. The fact that, you know, the last 7 are all sold out is, you know, I think a testament to our guys and how they've played and how much they enjoy watching them play. I think it's safe to say when you look at the league, it's as balanced as it's ever been. You know, you look at the scores, you know, so you got to be ready every night, and to have that kind of atmosphere is clearly going to be very helpful. You know, I felt like, you know, from the beginning, the fans were really, you know, engaged. You know, we needed more, we wanted more, but they were excited, and slowly they were coming back and wanted to come back and wanted to be here and want to be a participant in what's going on. And you know, I think it's been across the board, students and our season ticket holders. Our season ticket base has gone up. I mean, people come to me all the time. I just bought season tickets for the first time in a long time. I used to be a season ticket holder, and then I went away, and now I'm coming back. You know, when that happens regularly, you know, you can kind of feel it. Again, I'm excited about it, but, you know, I'm happy for the guys, because if they didn't do what they needed to do, it wouldn't happen. And they I think, really, you know, made it so that people want to come back and watch this team play.
Brad, when it comes to Dev, you look at the numbers, and it's not like it's a huge leap from where he's been in the past, but when you watch him, it seems like he's just such a better player than he's ever been. I wonder what you're seeing out of him this year.
Well, you know, I think you're seeing a guy who was clearly very comfortable, you know, in terms of how we use him. He's got supreme confidence right now. His teammates have confidence in him. I have confidence in him. Always did. We just kind of turn him loose, and we give him the ball, we move him off the ball, we post him up, trying to give him space when we can. But, you know, he can play against zone, he can play against the press, he can play against man. He makes plays for other people. He's not a selfish guy, but if he needs to be the guy, he can be. So I'm just really excited for him in terms of how his game has evolved.
How big was Oglesby's contribution against Ohio State?
Huge, you know, but, you know, for him, I'm not surprised. I mean, he was, you know, and I was not exaggerating with you. Before the season, he was playing as well as anybody we had. I mean, overseas, those 6 games, he was beyond spectacular, and it's like, wow, that sounds like you're just kind of saying that. And he was terrific. Breaks his foot, you know, and he comes back. You don't know where he's going to be. He has 4 threes in his first game, you know, but it's against a team that we should beat. And you can see it now. He's getting in shape. He's getting comfortable. But he's a junior. You know, he defends. You know, and I say it over and over. He just doesn't. He's not a mistake guy. You know, he's going to shoot threes. He's going to back cut, make a layup. His closeouts in the zone were incredible. His awareness of where to go, where to be, how quickly he had to get there. He takes advantage of his length and his size and his position. He'll be a valuable part of our team.
You got 3,000-point scores on this team. None of them were highly recruited coming out of high school, but they came. It's the 5th time it's been done in school history, but the other 4 times, the kind of sustained success here, these guys came when the program was pretty low. Can you just talk about what they've accomplished and how important they've been in this rebuilding process?
Well, you know, I think the thing that's impressive is, you know, they weren't afraid to come under the circumstances under which they came, which was, okay, if this thing is going to get turned, we're going to be the ones to do it. You know, we're not going to be on the backs of somebody else. We're not going to sustain something that's already there. And it takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence in yourself. And that's what I love about those guys. You know, Zach's not a 1,000-point scorer, but he's close. He'll end up being close. You know, so you put him into the mix, and those guys they wanted to be here. They wanted an opportunity to play in the Big Ten in a great environment with an impressive fan base, and the fact that they're enjoying, you know, more success and getting more notoriety and attention is terrific to me. That's what I told them what happened, and glad it did.
You guys have always had success, but now kind of the validation of Sunday's win. what is it about the mental makeup of your team that no matter what happens, they don't seem to be phased or go too high, too low?
Well, I think it's the nature of the guys we have, but I also think it's a function of experience. We have more experience than we ever had before. So I think they're better equipped to deal with those kinds of things, and I think that's what you're seeing. Deb leads just by how he goes about his business. He's not a big talker. There's times when I wish he would say more, because he's an incredibly cerebral player. You look at a talented athlete, sometimes you stereotype him. He is a thinking man's player, and I think he's got more to share. But I think in some ways he's constantly focused on what he's supposed to be doing, where he's supposed to be going, and things of that nature. Aaron White has become more of a vocal guy. And Basabi and McCabe are more sportsman-like players. Neither of them do a lot of talking either. They don't make a lot of mistakes either. Melson used to make a lot more. He doesn't do that anymore. And I think you're seeing him affect the game defensively more than he ever has. He always did rebounding and shot blocking, but now he's doing it by guarding people that are maybe a little more versatile than we would have been comfortable with him guarding a year and a half ago. So those guys have all come together, I think, in their own way, and collectively have played very well.
Do you see yourself kind of tightening your rotation a little bit now, or?
That's possible.
Or
I don't want to. It's not going to be by design. It'll be a game-by-game thing. With the way Josh played the other day, it precluded Clemens from coming back in. That happened. But we'll see.
What do you say to someone like Zach as far as being able to encourage him after the game the other day?
I'd say anything to him. I want him to do the exact same thing the next game that he did. I think in all honesty, he may be rushing a little bit. I may talk to him about that. But I thought his shots were good. I thought he'd make a couple of them. He didn't. But he still was really good on the defensive end, and he makes a great pass to Josh on the back cut. He's a very effective player, even if he's not making threes. But I think he will.